What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Capital and welcome to another edition of our Fantasy Premier League player and fixture watch. We'll be going through some of the fixture difficulty ratings from some of the teams, who's got the best fixtures, the easy fixtures, and what players also to bring in from them squads. So the first one we're going to look at with the best FDR rating is Burnley.
Yeah, surprisingly. So
Burnley on 11, difficulty rating of 11, sorry.
So again, this for the next 5 fixtures coming up in game weeks 5 to 9.
So they got Brighton in their first game, which is this weekend, game week 5, followed by a home game to Norwich, Aston Villa, so 2 promoted teams in the next 2 game weeks.
Back to back.
Then they're at home to Everton and then away to Leicester City. But some of the players to speak about from Burnley, maybe to get into your squad for the next 5 game weeks. One of them for me is Nick Pope, the Burnley goalkeeper.
Man between the sticks, yeah.
Man between the sticks. He's had a decent season so far. He sits on 15 points. He's only got that 1 clean sheet this season. He's got 17 saves, which is, I think, second behind Hugo Lloris. His starting price was at 4.5. His current price is at 4.6, and that will be going up, I think, as well in the next couple of game weeks. In game week 4, he only scored the 2 points. They did play Liverpool, did concede 3 goals there. But he's selected by 11.9% of fantasy Premier League managers.
I'm part of 11.9% of that.
Yeah, I've got missed out on that one. But now Burnley have Brighton in game week 5. Now Brighton have only scored 4 goals this season, conceding 7. Most of them goals came from Manchester City last week, that big 4-0 defeat. Now in the last 3 games, they've only scored 1 goal, with Glenn Murray and Morpay, the 2 main strikers, only scoring 1 goal between the 2 with 0 assists. So they got their two main strikers up front misfiring, and also with Trossard, 75% chance of playing with a groin injury. He's one of their key player out. He could miss out, so that could mean more clean sheets for Pope. That's right. There's more opportunity for more points as well. Also, another player that you should, I think, get in your squad for these, especially the next coming game weeks, is Ashley Barnes. Now, Ashley Barnes, he's on a total of 27 points. He scored 4 goals, no assists for the time being. His starting price was at 6.5, and he has gone up to 6.7. So he's gone up
already
in
4 rounds.
In 4 rounds. Last game, only the 2 points, no goals against Liverpool. He is selected by 11.1% of the managers, and I think by the end of the week that will probably go up, especially with the teams coming up like Norwich, Aston Villa. Big opportunities from him to get himself a couple of more goals or even some assists up front for Burnley.
So after Burnley, the 2 teams with, I guess, the lowest fixture match difficulty rating is Aston Villa and Bournemouth. Now, they're both on 12 for fixture difficulty ratings. Although some of them do have quite a few tricky games, we've got Aston Villa facing the teams of West Ham United, which could be tricky. We're showing some recent form. Arsenal away, Burnley at home, which has been quite good so far, like you just spoke about. Norwich away and Brighton Hove at home. And then the same thing with Bournemouth. They've got Everton at home, tricky game. Southampton away, West Ham United at home, another tricky game, and Arsenal away, followed by Norwich at home. But the team that I want to focus on, which is after that, which is a 13 fixture difficulty rating, is Tottenham Hotspurs. There's 2 key players I want to touch base on, and that is Harry Kane and Eriksen. Now, Harry Kane is coming back from international duties, scoring a hat-trick against Bulgaria for England. Yes, 2 of those were penalties, but still scoring a hat-trick. Now, Harry Kane is on a total of 23 points. With 3 goals, 0 assists so far, which is not expected to have too many assists, being the upfront 9. Starting price was 11. His current price is still 11. Game week 4 scored a goal against Arsenal, so he's on 6 points for the game week 4, selected by 24.1% of football managers out there. Now, look, I think Kane has started a bit slower than everyone's expected, but I do think he's going to show some form bouncing back from international duties. We then have Eriksen. His total points for the 4 rounds is 12. 1 goal last week, game week 4 against Arsenal. 0 assists so far, which will definitely be changing, I think, as he's the wizard in the midfield for Tottenham. Starting price was 9. He's gone down to 8.8, so I think it'll be a good time to snap him up while his price is quite low. In game week 4, we saw Eriksen get a total points of 8, scoring against Arsenal. And again, with his second game playing full 90 minutes, starting in the starting 11 since Man City in round 2. And he's selected by 4.2%, which is guaranteed to change. With their coming fixtures in the next 5 rounds, it is guaranteed to change. Someone like Ericsson, sitting at 8.8 million, who started off at 9, I think is a big one. Look, the next coming 5 fixtures: Crystal Palace at home, Leicester away, Southampton at home, Brighton Hove away, Watford at home. Now, Crystal Palace, although they're sitting at 4th at the moment, they've won 2, drawn 1, and lost 1. Now, they drew against Everton, who had 10 men at the game. Aston Villa, they beat 1-0, who also had 10 men. They beat United 2-1, which was a great victory for them, of course. But here's a stat for you. In the last 10 meetings, Tottenham and Crystal Palace, Crystal Palace have only won twice, and that was 2 wins in the FA Cup. They have not beaten Tottenham in the Premier League since 2015. So, look, the odds are in Tottenham's favour. Maybe recent results, if you look in the ladder, might favour Palace. But I think it's a good time to put in someone like Ericsson or KANE in your squad for the week.
Yeah, I agree with that. Ericsson takes set pieces as well, so could get some goals from free kicks, assists from corners as well. So he's a great option to have in, yeah, and will definitely be going up as well. Yes, guys, so now before we wrap up the show, we just want to give our captaincy picks for the upcoming game week. The last couple of game weeks, it's been a toss-up between Mohamed Salah and also Raheem Sterling. I think this week, my pick would be Sergio Aguero. I think he's a great option to have in, especially when they're up against Norwich. Norwich conceded 3 last week against Chelsea. City scoring 4, so they look firing, especially with
And who better than Aguero, man?
yeah, with Jesus still out. He's probably guaranteed now to play the whole 90 minutes instead of coming off around the 70-minute mark. So yeah, look, Sergio Aguero for me. Rami, what's your one?
I think for me, I'm probably going to go with Aubameyang for this round. Watford away. Watford's coming last. Just sacked their manager. But I think Aubameyang, the man up front, he's just an absolute monster. I think at the moment, the best 2 forwards are, to me, Aguero and Aubameyang. And I think with Watford away, I think Aubameyang's a great choice to have for the
Yeah,
captain
they've
of
got
the week.
Watford and then they got Aston Villa as well, and then up next game. And
Yeah.
with City, they got Norwich and then Watford. So
there you
there's
go.
a lot of goals there they could pick up. So guys, that's our picks for the week. Let us know, give us a few tips if you any budget players, any player, who do you think we should captain this week? I definitely don't have Aguero, so I'm probably going to stick with Raheem Sterling. But guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, hit the bell so you get all the notification when all the videos come out.
Just do it, man.
And we'll see you next week.